I seen his little glow for a moment there. Oh. No!
Getting 2 team at this hour. What
Oh, give me that, give me that, give me that. No. Yes, I got it.
Dude, you gotta do it fast. What do you do it fast?
I've got the Shadow Storm going in.
You don't know how to use that gun, you noob fuck.
Yeah, dude. Watch this.
Watch
Watch
this and
this.
then die. Watching. That's a bot.
No, it's not. It's an actual player. He opened a crate.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh my. Can you stop killing everyone? Stop killing everyone! You just killed a flavor, bruh. Bruh, you just 1v3. Bruh, stop killing everyone. Dude, I want to practice Scala.
Alright, let's see if I get some goodies. Oh! Yes! Oh my god! Yes! 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 Oh my god! Finally! Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! This is the one S skin I've been after for so long. Oh my god. Give me that. I now have no reason to roll. It will roll my MECHA, dude. I'm in trouble. I'm in huge trouble. Ah, what? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, he lag switched on me, man. Oh my god.
I don't feel like it. I'm still hitting my shot either way without C1.
Because here's the thing. What it does is it takes a second instead of like 2 seconds to I found him, by the way. Yeah, to lock on all 4 targets.
Okay, so that's why I never realized it. I see. I thought it just says stronger.
Hold on, wait.
What? What are you doing?
Yes! Yes!
I don't know.
Yes! Yes! There's too many people here!
You thought you were a bot?
Yeah, I was doing optimal camouflage.
I'm going for the sauce. I'm going for it.
So, I think Brittany got the trio. I down at the elbow and just left them.
I got one of them.
That was the elbow.
Let's go! Let's go! The controller. Oh my god, that guy had 8 stacks of a shotgun. I wish I had 8 shotguns. What the heck?
Oh no.
No kill. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm living though. I'm living though. I'm living.
It's still. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm genuinely dying.
Oh.
Help! 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 Help!
I might be dead here. Wham! Oh, I got the pit shot. Let's go. That was insane. Oh, I just clipped so hard on Diego. Oh my god.
Alright, so this is my cat.
Okay. And
Since it's my cat,
whoa,
I gotta
whoa,
make
what
it
the
really
fuck?
large. This is my cat. As you can see, her name's Emmy. She was like a week old. So 1578. All right. Let's go. Oh no, I might die. I forgot to heal before I jumped off. I forgot to heal before I jumped off. I'm gonna die. Oh, I need you to pick me up.
I will. You're kind of far, though.
Oh no. Picture this like a TDM screenshot, right? With a scoreboard. Okay, and then this is the important detail, the very important detail.
Oh my god, it's Kazumichi! It's Kazumichi! It has to be Kazumichi! There's no other way around it! It's Kazumichi!
Transition. All right, we are here. We are missing Mira, but who knows? Maybe he'll turn up. But hello, welcome to the Super MECHA Podcast. We are so back. Say something while we real quick, just to make sure that Discord's properly captured.
Hello.
I gotta lower the volume. It just went immediately into the red zone. No, I think you're good now. All right, so what do you think we should talk about first? Do you think we should just talk about the good old patch notes first, or do you think we should talk about the scheduling first?
We can start with patch notes, and once more people are around, you can
Yeah. And for the chat bot, it'll probably say some inaccuracies right now. Like, it might even say that Rava is going to be on the next podcast. We still got to, reschedule that. So, yeah. Still rescheduling. But, anyways, let me go ahead and open the patch notes. Everyone loves patch notes, right?
yeah.
Before we get into the patch notes, what do you think is going to get buffed / nerfed?
Well,
That is actually a good question, unknown user in the chat. Where is Rava? Why did you... I'm not going to finish that because Rava's probably, going to hear it and be like, oh, I feel so bad. Alright, Rava. Why did you bail on us? I finished it anyways. No, but in all actuality, Rava just had some stuff. So hopefully next time she'll be able to stop by. Oh, hello, Vasto. Welcome to the stream. Your Super MECHA Podcast, your latest and greatest in the Super MECHA Scoop. Oh yeah, don't forget to get your appearance tokens. Let me open my notepad for my appearance tokens. We still have to implement that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Rava will hopefully be at one of these podcasts. Hopefully, otherwise I will cry, and God doesn't like it when I cry. But anyways, let's get the show on the road here. Let's go ahead and look into the patch notes. Let me do this here. Does this properly want to open for me? Yes, it does. Alright, cool. We are so back. Alright. We got our maintenance notice. Maintenance no ... I don't know if you have the patch notes loaded up on your screen, Willie, but if you want, you can read some of them too.
I do.
Alright. Start us off past the dear player. We've heard that story enough.
Appearance upgrade system overhauled. So let's see. Appearance upgrade super perks are now available to all appearances that can be upgraded to EX form.
Yo!
And
Finally.
in case you don't know what the appearance upgrade system super perks are, here they are. Glory Count super perk. If you unlock Finish 2, the first variant for an SS skin, you will gain an equipable emoji that displays your total number of kills with the mech.
And then we've got
It's pretty neat.
the kill projection. I thought it was going to be way cooler than it actually was. It sucks. Unlock Finish 3, which is the last skin before EX, for an SS level appearance to unlock the exclusive kill projection, which plays a 3D projection effect after killing another player. So it's like a little hologram that appears over your death box, and you get to see that this person just no-lifes the mech that they have. And then, the one that everyone wants. Take it away, Wowie.
On Island Call Super Perk. If you get a mech to EX, you can quite literally spawn it in the lobby.
So, out of all the skins, Gabriel's your only EX, right?
Yeah.
Are you able to do your Gabriel dash? In the lobby?
There's a chance.
Because if you can, you might be able to just hyper TP out of bounds.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Give
test
a
it
try.
out.
New events. Virtual breakthrough, log in every day, blah blah blah, you know the usual.
So true. You got a free avatar, graffiti, and other great prizes.
Yeah. When does this season end, by the way? In like 2 weeks?
Maybe?
I haven't played the game in quite a while. And I
Same.
didn't really look at the battle pass when I did open the game. Mecha adjustments. Flamenco. Slightly increase the slash hit range of Heroic Plunge tactical skill. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the slash hit range damage of lightsaber slash secondary weapon. Also pretty cool. Firefox. Alright. I'm gonna hope that it's nerfs. Increase the cooldown defensive evasion tactical skill. Let's go. And that's it. Tempest. Oh yeah, it's from 7 seconds to 8 seconds. Tempest. Increase the cooldown of the Flash Heartbreaker tactical skill from 11 seconds to 12 seconds. That
That thing is long enough.
Yeah. I think it's just to probably encourage people to use that module more for like the kill and all that.
Yeah.
But it is insanely long. Okay. Pilot adjustments. Rico. Mobius. Reduce the damage bonus of the lethal thrust pilot skill
Oh my goodness.
from 10% to 9%, 12% to 10%. It just goes up by 1% now. The max you can get from it is 16% damage bonus. It's still pretty high, but a 5% nerf is insane. Considering
Yeah.
that you got people who invest in Mobius skill might actually be upset from that. Because there's not even much of a reason to go past level 4 at that point.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Reduce the distance of the lethal thrust pilot skill from 15 meters to 10?
Mobius is.
Mobius is killed. They slaughtered Mobius.
Oh
Wow.
goodness.
Honestly, I'm kind of hopeful for what they might do with Lillian. And
Yeah.
I still don't know why Rico has 200 health. I'm still a firm believer that Rico is borderline impossible to headshot with the Explo sniper. Every single time I've gotten into a duel with a Rico with an Explo, even if I hit them right on the head, it just doesn't hit them in the head. I don't know why. I think it's just they messed up the hitbox or something, but I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticed this about Rico.
I've definitely noticed.
Like everyone else, it feels the usual jank where sometimes you'll get the headshot, sometimes you won't. But with Rico, I feel like I feel like I've gotten a headshot on Rico 2 times with an X-Blow historically. Alright, we got some adjustments and optimizations. After the Lucky House redemption has been settled, the options Open 1 and Open 10X will be added at the same time. Wait, what?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't. Does anyone know what that means? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe you were able to open 1 and Open 10 slightly before the redemption period started, or like during while it started for a little bit. Maybe they had different desynced reset times, and so maybe they synced it. But I don't think I've ever ran into that.
Same.
Well, I guess we'll figure out what that is tomorrow. Fix an issue that caused the sticker of the A-level Marine Fantasy appearance for Boltus to be incorrect. Most of the stickers are wrong. Fix an issue that caused the Shockwave of Flamenco's heroic plunge tactical skill to penetrate the ground. This is so sad. And hit enemies inside buildings. This is so sad.
Wow.
Optimize the shockwave damage determination of Flamenco's heroic plunge tactical skill. Adjusted the rules for the default mecha options in Team Deathmatch mode. After selecting an exclusive tactical chip, the corresponding mecha will be selected by default on the mecha calling screen. That is both
That's pretty good.
like really good and really unfortunate if you just no-brain click something and then immediately spawn your mech. But on the upside, you'll at least know for a fact that you got a terminal for a mech if you're suddenly not able to go into Gabriel instantly.
Oh, okay. They showed an image on what the Open 1 and Open 10 means.
Oh, is that what their like one image thing is on their Billy? Or
Yeah.
I can't. Is this all that I can open?
I'll send it in the media channel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me pull this up. It's not the right browser. Thank you for opening a whole new browser. Okay, so when they mean redemption, they mean like after you do your pull. Now instead of just being hard stuck and doing +1 or +10, you could just click the buttons in there. So now there's 3 buttons instead of 2. Honestly, a pretty good change, I would say. The layout is a little weird. I wish they would like make the buttons, the yellow buttons. I wish they'd make the yellow buttons, I guess, above the purple one, kind of like a triangle. But I guess they'd have to overhaul the whole UI to support that. So maybe not.
Yeah. And the avatar and graffiti that we're gonna get for free are also in the channel. It's just the Raven avatar. And the usual season logo graffiti.
Okay, so the season is ending in 2 weeks, roughly. Where's the graffiti? Did I not? There is
It's
no.
on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Yeah. The season thing.
Wait, that's a graffiti?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I never really paid attention.
Yeah, it's a little season logo graffiti that you could just display anywhere.
All these people being like, oh, look at my super awesome graffiti of the season that I'm not playing in. This proves that I was around before you. Honestly, Very lame graffiti. I think I have a few of these.
Yeah.
So I guess let's see. Is there anything else inside the patch notes here? No. Declaration of fair play. Stop cheating, guys. Stop cheating. Okay. They said to stop cheating, so you have to stop cheating. Do you understand?
I thought that meant cheat more.
I did too. That was my mistake. So, I guess before we move forward with the podcast, we'll go ahead and talk a quick bit about the scheduling. So there's going to be a bit of an adjustment to the scheduling. I've decided that instead of doing it every week, because I know that every other week we seem to not have a podcast, and that's not necessarily because of just there's not really anything to do on the podcast. More so, just unfortunate timing for things and stuff that has to be taken care of. Um, but that aside, I am planning just because of how frequent it's starting to happen, and also that it seems like there's not too many interesting topics to come up with within a week's time between SMC podcasts, that I want to start moving it towards every 2 weeks, so that way there's some more stuff to pick up on. Which means that yes, there is going to be some missed patch notes. A little unfortunate, but I might be able to make a quick video about them or something and post those on my channel for those who watch these on YouTube. I know there's a few people that do. It won't be like an edited video, really. It'll just be like, hey, this update's coming out, yada, 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 all that boring stuff. But that's not guaranteed. It just, honestly, just depends on if I feel like it that week, if I want to put out that video. Generally, I like to edit my videos, so putting out videos like that kind of is pretty lame for me. But anyways, we're going to be going to every 2 weeks now. And the time frame, usually we went for like 4 p.m. EST, or well, I don't think it's EST, I think it's EDT right now. Is it EDT right now, Wowie?
I can check.
Basically, we're just going off of Eastern time. What Eastern time is currently on, since that seems to be a pretty common place, that or Pacific
It's
time.
ET.
What's the difference between ET, EDT, and EST? Is ET EST?
No, ET and EDT are the same.
ET. Okay, so we are on EDT. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
So it'll be generally we'll try to have it during the afternoon, so like 4 p.m. EDT is kind of the goal, but sometimes it might happen sooner or later. I know that if we have some guests from Europe, it can be either sooner or later. Like I know for like Rava, it just kind of depends what's going on. I don't know what happens in the UK, but seems like the sooner the worse, ironically. So, but for Mira, the sooner the better, I think. Although Mira's kind of up and down with his availability. I mean, he's always around for the podcast, but sometimes people are just missing the entire day. And it's like, oh, okay. I think Mira's missing because he didn't know we were going to do the podcast today. I didn't really contact him appropriately, so it was my bad.
We just have that empty spot.
I was gonna fix the empty spot, but I was like, it'll help hammer in that we're supposed to have a guest.
Yeah, it's a slow week.
So yeah, every 2 weeks from now on, but it should hopefully lead to longer podcasts at least, because we'll be able to talk about more. So I will talk about. We can start. Wait, is there anything I missed about the scheduling? Did I say everything? Every
I
two
think so. Every
weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can go into one of the topics that I've been interested in talking about on this podcast. Now, it seems like Mira is just gone. So I think Mira would have been an interesting. Um,
Yeah, he wanted to talk about the lore
yeah,
and all the things he discovered. But
yeah.
he's not here.
Shh.
Tune in 2 weeks from now.
Let me see if I can like. Is he online on Steam? He's on away on Steam. Hey, wake up now. Um, my other way of contacting him is impossible to do. So it's a tough world out here. But anyways, I guess we'll save the lore for the other podcast, unless Mira turns up at the last second. Um, so one topic I was going to talk about is there seems to be in both mobile and Asia PC these esports tickets popping up in people's inventories. And it's not just by pure random chance. There's someone that claims to be uh, knows a guy who's a SMC like NetEase admin. Um, and I'm gonna be the first to say that I don't actually believe this story. Um, Now the tickets are a very real thing. They are things that are happening. It's happening in Asia and, like I said, mobile. But the reason I say I don't believe this person's story is I had gotten into contact with them and wanted to try to see if I could get tickets of my own to host some events for the US PC server. And NetEase has a program that you can fill out. And I've known about this program for a few months, ever since we got new mods inside the SMC Discord. Um, I just never really had the time to fill it out, nor did I really have the motivation because I didn't know how exactly it would work. Um, but I got into contact with this person, and they gave me a variety of questions to answer, and each question I answered is one that exists on that form. Um, so they asked like peak hours that NA users are on. Now that's just kind of like a weird question to ask. That one shouldn't be on it, and I don't know what relevance that has, but it's just a kind of weird one. But one thing that is on it is how many people you project to be in your event, what times it happens, what your user ID is, um, and just let me see if we can go like look at some of these questions that were asked. Like,
They've also posted the image of the room pass in the
let's
media
go.
channel.
Got to pull that up on the screen so people have something to look at. Can
So true.
you stop opening the wrong version of Firefox, please? All right, so let me go ahead and transition here. So these tickets exist. They're referee room passes. Um, you get them from NetEase, and I know that this comes from the form because when I did get into contact with mods and asked about like, hey, is it possible to collaborate for like events and stuff, they said, hey, you can fill out this form and NetEase will give you the pass for BR rooms and stuff because I talked about how like jank the spectating experience was. And this was before they added official spectating into TDM rooms. And I had just talked about how the spectator experience was just awful. And they just advised me to go through that whole application process. I never did. It just didn't feel like it was worth it. Uh, like the sad reality is that my morale towards hosting events in the community has been kind of on the lower end because we we have this weird environment on the PC server where there's some people that I could obviously easily filter out that have a history of being a cheater or toxic that I don't want in the tournament, but it seems like the Steam US server in particular is not full of tryhard players anymore. Like the TDM lobby is full to the brim of tryhard players, but I can probably count the amount of like tryhard players on both of my hands. Um, and past that, it's just a bunch of like casual players, which is nice. But I don't know if I want to mix tryhards with casuals. Um, and that's the issue that I've ran into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like, oh, casuals don't deserve a tournament. Like by all means, I would love to have a casual tournament, but I don't want the higher tier players to feel like they get screwed over just because they're good at the game. Because that kind of thing sucks. Um, but also getting the word out there that the tournament is happening could both be really good and both be really bad because there's some people in the community that are really hardcore that just make the game in general way more toxic. And personally, I kind of like the state the SMC community is in right now, not the death part. I'm talking about more of like the sense of community that the NA server has at the moment. And like I don't know about you, like what do you feel about the current state of the US community, Wowie?
Well, you have the casual players, the more competitive ones, and the ones who take things a bit too far,
Yeah.
which is really reminiscent of the old Steam days with the squads who would practically steamroll everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. And make them not want to play anymore. And then
Yeah,
insult them.
which made quite a few people just quit the game.
It made me quit, but for different reasons. Like, I was able to deal with steamrolls when it's like a 3v3, but 2v3s were kind of unbearable at times. But what really made it annoying was, and this is me shooting myself in the foot when I willingly go into solo squads, but back then, going up against a Aurora Boltis Gabriel combo when you're just a solo or even a duo is one of the most annoying things possible. Like it's not fun to go against. Like you just feel like you're losing because their team comp has no holes in it whatsoever. And nowadays it seems like team comps are more creative at least. I still feel like if there was a Boltis Aurora Gabriel combo that would still wreck the heck out of every squad lobby. Um But to anyone who's listening to this team comp, please don't do it. Please don't do it. If you do it, I will not give you any more free nuggies. That's a lot.
Of course,
to
you've got to
lose.
replace the Boltus with a Doomlight.
No.
Gotta get that old Asia meta.
No, you gotta get a Lancelot in there now. It's actually insane that you could get like a Lancelot shield and pop like large repair if you have like race against time. But one thing I'm concerned about is if I do host this tournament, I'm not going to name any names, but it would make some of those toxic players come back. At least more likely it would. It's like, oh hey, it's an actual proper tournament and it's in squads/solos. I'll give it a try. Like when the Pinnacle first came out, that thing was full of just toxicity and pain and suffering. But I do have an idea for a tournament, which is, what if I held a squad room, right? Or even a solos room. But you were restricted to only landing in 2 or 3 places total.
That would be neat. Or even just hosting a duos tournament.
Yeah. Because I think hosting duos would be fun. I just don't know how well NetEase facilitates that in their referee room pass. I'm going to check my alt account real quick. I want to see if I got those tickets yet. Because if I got those tickets, duos room, coming up, cooking.
That would be fun. Like, what's the little limited game mode that's pilot only duos?
Is it Quick Battle?
Quick Duel.
Quick Duel, yeah.
It would be like Quick Duel, but with mechs.
Yeah. I remember I played Quick Duel in the old PC version one time. Or a few times, actually, but it was like I only had like 30 minutes to try it, so I only got to play 2 matches. It was with a cringe individual, but it was a fun mode, but does Quick Duel even pop around anymore?
I don't remember seeing it recently.
Yeah, I don't either. I think Quick Duel was taken out of the pool.
So sad.
I know that modes like Clone Frontline have also slowly like disappeared, but Clone Frontline made a comeback at least. It just like randomly disappeared for like 15 decades. Alright, let's see. Did I get the tickets? I do not have the tickets. Are they in my mail? I did not get them in my mail. Yeah, it's been nearly 2 weeks. Well, actually, no, it hasn't been nearly 2 weeks. It's been like a week since I contacted that person. Yeah, a little over a week. And I still don't have those tickets. So I'm leading myself to believe that it's literally just the application process.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So kind of interesting, but if I get those tickets, I will I'll take some suggestions on some fun tournaments, like things that kind of facilitate both tryhards and casuals. So like for example, like making it so you could only land in like one specific area would facilitate complete chaos.
Yeah, but that sounds fun.
Exactly. Like imagine if I made everybody drop Crimson Valley. You know how chaotic that would be?
What about having rules for like you can only use mini SMTs for the first minute and a half?
That is actually a pretty interesting rule. Can't cheese people out with an expo that you get.
Yeah, like I guess you could say Hunger Games style, have everyone drop one location, but they can't kill each other until some time has elapsed.
Yeah. If I do host another tournament that uses these room passes, I think I'll introduce a point system. And we can maybe rate it based off of silliness value and try hard value. So that way, no, I don't have one. This is a screenshot. I didn't get one. I contacted the person who supposedly knows an admin. I contacted them over a week ago, and I still haven't gotten it. And so I was just talking about how I believe they're just putting it through the application process because that's how long I imagined it would take, if not longer. So if I don't get it, well, if anything would have told me that they were friends with an admin, it's if I got it within 48 hours. But since I didn't get it within 48 hours, I just believe they're going through the application process. Which, let me see if I can pull it up. Should be in the official SMC server.
If anyone's interested in making their own solos or squads, battle royale rooms, fill out the application.
Do you know where the application is? I know it's in the SMC server. I just have to find it.
I have no idea. I looked at it once and forgot about it because I'm not really a community-oriented person who would create tournaments.
Hmm. Ah, I found it. I think. Yes, here we go. Let me go ahead and put this inside the server. I'll go ahead and put this. Where should I even put this? I guess media. It's close enough. Let me open it on the browser here. We'll go ahead and look through this together. Okay. There you go. Full screen here. How's the readability of this on the stream?
Looks good.
All right. Event organizer needs to record the information of the participants, and the official personnel will be conducting a unified anti-cheating software scan for all players and process it all according to the scan results. That's a good question for Mira. Event organizing to have a complete event planning. The BR mode needs to include points rules, and the team competition mode needs to include specific competition system content. Event planning can refer to that. Application questionnaire. Here we go. Tournament name, Q. Tournament server, US. Total player number, boom. Boom. Tournament final plan. This is one of the things that stumped me when I was doing this. Was this. None of these questions are required. But in general, this whole thing, official propaganda is one of their translations.
What does that even mean?
I guess it's like based off of the class your tournament has. So A class gets in-game items. S class. I don't know what SRR class means. SRR. Okay, well, it's not going to tell me. DC title. Don't really know
So
what.
propaganda in this case just mean they advertise the tournament for you.
Probably.
That's some wording.
Yeah. I don't know what DC title means. But yeah, you do get referee room passes for this. Level of community events determines the official support. The level of community events is mainly determined by the number of participants, but the number of participants is the only condition. Or is not the only condition. So, wait, is Mira here?
Oh my goodness, someone has phased into existence
Yeah,
behind the screen.
yeah. Mira's here.
Yeah, he just woke up.
Wow, it's him.
Wow.
Wow.
So it seems like this person maybe might actually have connections just because they just go off of user ID, but for the rest of the questions that they add, I'm thinking they they know how to give an ID, but just so that the admin doesn't catch flack for anything, they just vaguely fill out the information.
I see.
Unless there's another application form, which is entirely possible. This is the one that they posted 50 billion years ago. Let's see. This one was posted in March, and it's posted by Yao.
A sniper?
Yeah. So material support. Can apply for official materials, KV, and other materials to the official private chat, but they may not be used for non-community competition purposes without permission. DC title: the official channel will set up an honorary identity group related to the community competition, collect the final list, and configure it within 3 working days after the community competition ends. Time limit is 1 month. So that's like your chat title that you get. Maybe. I don't really know what DC channel means, but or DC whatever. I don't know if it's Discord. Maybe.
Maybe.
Official publicity. Officials can conduct official publicity for high quality events, including but not limited to official social media publicity on the first day of the recruitment period and at the end of the recruitment period. Blah blah blah. But yeah, in general, when it came to the questionnaire, I had to answer like all of these things.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Yeah, looking at the third bullet point. So the link that they want for your final plan
Mm-hmm.
is meant to look something like the example.
This right here.
The other link.
Event planning case. Oh yeah, I looked at this, and this is kind of a dumpster fire. Um, so when it comes to like tournament scheduling, I'm not unfamiliar with it, but the problem we have in the SMC community is that the only people we have in the PC server aren't exactly no-lifes. I mean, I'm sure Payne could show up every day to his 3 matches every day, but I don't know if I could say that for every member in the SMC community. Like, if you get Rava to participate, she can only really play on specific days. If you get quite literally, I think just anyone. That's what made the other tournament a nightmare to host, is because not a lot of people have free time on the US server just because of how small it is. Like there's no committed gamers to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, so that's another reason why I didn't do this, is because you have to have a whole roadmap, which is standard for hosting tournaments. But when I made the tournament that I hosted, a reason I didn't give a proper roadmap was because it's like, there is no way on earth that I'm going to be able to do this a multi-day event and not have people be able to play. Like, if I lost like 2 other people in that tournament, excluding the people that randomly dipped in the middle of it, the tournament would have had to be canceled.
Yeah.
But on Asia, you have people that you can do this with. What's going on? We're just looking over the community tournament submission form that was posted 6 months ago, because there's someone who apparently knows an admin, which at first I was extremely doubtful, but it might have some merit to it. No, this applies to everything. This applies to PC and mobile and stuff.
Yeah, there's currently squad battle royale rooms in Asia on Steam.
Yeah. Someone has gotten in contact with someone who supposedly has admin access at NetEase and can give referee room passes. Now, I will say, this is a big fat caution that I want people to know. I don't know what the internals of NetEase is, but they track a ton of information. And if you're going for these referee room passes, I would advise not getting these passes on your main account. Because if this goes up against their policy on their internal side, they might just see this all as like compromised accounts that they just want to get rid of. So that's why, for example, when I requested to get some room passes of my own, which I haven't yet, just in case that happens, it's only my alt. What do you mean by that, corruption? Like these tickets can be used to make BR rooms, whether it be solos or squads and stuff. Maybe I should get text to speech chat, so that way viewers can see what I'm responding or hear what I'm responding to, because some people just won't even look at the podcast screen, they'll just listen to it in the background.
Yeah, and could provide some context for those who watch the podcast on YouTube.
I mean, the chat does pop up. Just
Yeah.
very briefly. Very brief. The podcast screen. Talking about the tournament, like which mode? I still don't understand the question. Are you asking me how I would host a tournament? Because if you get these referee room passes, it's up to you what mode you want them to be in.
Every mode exists except Magic Hunter.
So, Mira, have you played any of these Asia BR rooms? Also, hello, Rava. Welcome aboard.
I have not.
You haven't?
No.
But yeah, I think there's some merit to them knowing an admin.
From what I heard, the person that got it on mobile used to have it on China version, and like he had it 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and then recently the admin, someone called Snow or something, gave him it
I see.
on NA mobile. But he already owned it like 2 years ago in China. How the person on Steam Asia got it, I have no idea.
I mean, I'm in contact with the person that supposedly has given them out before. But they've made me list every single thing. Well, not every single thing. They didn't ask me for a tournament name, but I think there's a chance that they would have. I just told them my previous tournament history and what I ran, and they don't really need to contact me or anything, because they have my Discord. So, the only thing that they didn't ask for was a tournament final plan, like a broadcast link. They can kind of just. I gave them my YouTube, so they might just think I'm going to stream it from that, potentially. which I won't. I'd stream it on Twitch, but yeah, for everything else, they just asked me all the questions that were in here. So the only thing that stood out was that they asked for my user ID. But in general, I think there's an inherent risk getting it on PC from that person. That is why I went with an alt account. As I said earlier, what do you mean by is this an official SMC tournament? So, Happy, what we're looking at is passes you can get. You apply through SMC's Google application form. You give them all the respective information, or relevant information, I should say, and then they will process that information and give you referee room passes, which you then can use to host battle royale rooms. Does it have TDM support, Mira?
Yes.
Okay.
It has everything except Magic Hunter.
Does it have quick duel?
It should have literally every mode.
Oh, okay.
The
That
only
is
thing that is
pretty neat.
the only thing that is missing is Magic Hunter because it's too new.
I just want to know what's going on, like, for real. I mean, there's nothing really going on. This is just us talking about the application process you can go through if you have all the proper stuff for. This isn't like to apply as a player to register for a tournament. This is to apply so you can host a tournament. So, for example, it would apply to me as someone who's hosted a tournament before, and isn't there like 2 other people who hosted tournaments in USPC?
Zion and I don't know who else, but Zion was one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might be WCG or someone.
Probably. Although, wait, I think WCG and Zion work together.
Yeah, they always do it together. Yeah.
So I think it's literally just me and the Zion group.
Yeah.
So
There was a few players on Asia, but they did private ones, not like fully ones.
So if anyone is interested and has tournament hosting experience, you can give this a try. I'll in the YouTube description, I'll leave a link to their form. I'll post in the Twitch chat. But you can review all the information that you need there. So yeah. If I get these tickets, maybe I'll just do a quick duel tournament.
That would be fun.
Because if I can get a steady income of these tickets,
Those tickets, they're permanent. You get one and you have it forever.
oh yo, that's
It
pretty
never runs
based.
out. It never runs out.
That's
That
actually really
is
based.
amazing.
That's why people got admin accounts, because they never run out.
Okay, so if I do get this pass,
If you get the pass, you will most likely not get it on your main account. Rather, you will get an admin account from them.
okay, well that's perfectly
Oh.
fine, but also kind of
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah.
That's how the one Asia player got it on Steam and 2 on mobile got it. They got an admin account.
Okay,
It
That-
says 1 on it, but it works forever. Yeah.
that actually raises more concerns than what I had initially. This would imply a compromised admin account.
Actually, I saw a video of the person that has the admin account. He used Merfolk stuff on solo BR. So you literally have admin commands.
Yeah.
If you have the admin account, you can do admin
Oh
stuff.
goodness.
What I'm thinking is, if you have an admin account, if it's compromised, which is a fair chance that it is, because compromise doesn't have to mean necessarily hijacking it on an internal level. Hello, Pixie Me. Yeah, I don't know, Rava. That makes hosting a tournament even more sketchy now. That makes it really sketchy because if it's a compromised admin account, and for clarification, compromise doesn't mean you have to brute force it or you hacked into it in some way. What I mean is, on an internal level on NetEase, they are going to deem that as a brute forced, like, compromised account, and there's a chance that on mobile play, I think mobile players might get screwed over by it potentially. The reason I say that is because they track like your hardware IDs and stuff for mobile. And if you get banned, your hardware tends to get banned if it's permanent. And if they, for some reason, are tracking all the traffic that went in and out of the admin account, there's a chance that that'll trickle down and just ban everybody. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever realized that.
I think they make a personal admin account for you.
They just said you log into one, but that's even worse if it's a personal admin account.
They give you the account details to it, but it seems like that everyone has their own. Because the two mobile admins both have their own. And it's brand new accounts. It's brand new accounts with nothing on it except the ticket.
Interesting. What's your take on this, Wowie? I think Wowie's missing. Wowie is in fact missing. Could be a cause for concern. Now, if you want to take the risk, everything that you do when it comes to staff accounts or admin and all that does have its own inherent risk, no matter what game or environment you're in. If it's something that you don't normally have access to, and it just suddenly pops up, usually it can be a too good to be true situation. So everyone should approach these situations with a grain of salt. And so, if it's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. Who got an admin account? I am not sure, and I don't know if it's a good idea to necessarily say who it is if they haven't said it themselves. I don't know who has it.
I have no idea who has it. I just know that 3 person, 1 on Steam and 2 on mobile, have it.
Yeah, and I know that there was like a tournament hosted on, or like a BR room hosted in like the mobile Discord, but just for the sake of keeping them anonymous, because it's not my position to talk about them, I will just say that they're just an unnamed person that has access to it. But just be careful. Like, I'm taking precautions. That's why I applied for it with an alternate account. I mean, there's a very high chance that it'll just trickle down on me anyways, just because my normal, usual user ID is plastered around everywhere. So if it comes back to bite me, that's the risk that I took going for it. Just remember me, okay? Just remember me. Also, Rava, are you still here? Thank you, Pixie. I'm glad that you'll remember.
Rava's playing Starfield.
Dang, that sucks. What is the thing on the right of my desk? What do you mean, Rava? What do you mean, what is that thing on the right of my desk? Don't you recognize it?
It's clearly Rava.
Yeah, you're our special guest.
Wow. She's on the podcast this week.
Yeah. Rava, yeah, you do look great, Rava. Never have looked better. You should have made your live 2D model use this as the base.
So true.
Welcome back, Woey.
Happy to be here.
So Rob, I don't know if you heard, but the scheduling update, in case you weren't around, and for those who aren't aware, because we got more people, we're going to be going with every 2 weeks now. So, next week won't have a podcast, but the week after that will. Reason for this is just there's not really too much that happens in 1 week in this community, and for the game itself. It also helps us articulate our thoughts more and how we want to convey them for the next podcast. Gives us some time to prepare as well. And given with how active my life has been, I've been busy with some stuff. Been shooting into Counter-Strike on like a team. It's a very scuffed team, but that's what matters, right? That's what matters. You know, you want scuffed in life. And so I've been pretty busy with that, and I haven't really had time to make stuff for the podcast. Because then, as soon as I'm done with the CS team, the podcast is like the next day. So I'm going to try to clean up the schedule a bit more to better improve the quality of the podcast and stuff. Still probably going to try to aim for like 4 p.m. Eastern time. But as I mentioned, it can be earlier or later depending on if we have a guest and when they'll arrive. And that's when I mentioned if we ever have you on stream, Rava, for some godforsaken reason, even though you're like in the UK, the earlier the stream happens, the worse it is for you. So it's like it happens like just the usual time or slightly later. But yeah, if you oh no, Stream Elements is lying. Yeah, I kind of warned people that the Stream Elements would lie. Special guest. I wonder who that special guest could have been. All right, Rava. I want to contact you later after the stream to see if we could work out another date, since next week is not going to have a thing. Clearly, we gotta have Pixie Meat as a guest at some point.
Yeah.
Do you think I should have like a thing people can go to not necessarily apply to be a guest, but just say like, "Hey, I'm interested in being a guest," because I think that would be nice to have. This is where I drop my contact email.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Drop the Discord too.
Anyone who's interested in being a I don't have an exclamation point Discord.
Oh my goodness, you don't?
No, remember I didn't need a command for that because I just accidentally dragged it onto my stream. I didn't have a command for that because I was concerned that people I don't like would join, and so I never set up a proper
Yeah.
Discord server.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, make the command mod only.
So true. But yeah, anyone who's interested in being a guest, you can literally just contact me. There's no specific like, you have to be the longest standing SMC user ever known. Like, I wouldn't mind having Pixameet on. I wouldn't mind having Rava on. Yo, the real Pixameet is joined. Whoa. At least 2 digits to be a guest. So true.
Hey, when are we gonna get Double D as a guest?
Well, I seen on his Twitter he's going to be busy with Final Fantasy for a while.
Yeah.
So right now, I know that people that we have that could be potential guests would be Double D and Rava. Pixie, if you're fine being interested, or if you're interested in being a guest, I can also. Wait. Rava wasn't in the server before. I'm gonna cry.
Rava, how could you? I'm disappointed.
I'm gonna cry.
You
Rava
would have
was in
been
the
here
server.
earlier if you had the Exoprimal podcast.
You know, that's right. That's right. I should have done that. That's my bad. Pixie Me said she joined, but I don't see her in the server.
Probably 100 servers.
Where is Pixie? When more dinos? Play Defend the Universe today.
Wait, we have dinos now?
Yes.
Time to play it.
Wow, these dinos look kind of like noobs.
But
When are you adding Freddy?
I can. I've mentioned in the Defend the Universe game there is a unused Freddy Fazbear that will kill enemies for you. It's just it functions. It works.
Edit.
It was just made as a joke, and it never actually had a proper tool. Maybe for
I need to use it.
maybe for Halloween I'll make it available for a week.
I don't celebrate that.
Pixie Me said she'd love to join sometime. Let's go. Alright, the only requirement is that you have to be in the Discord server. That is not a requirement, but it would actually make things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a
that's
little
why Rava
stage
didn't
channel. Wow.
Yeah. No. Alright, Pixie, I'm gonna have to bonk you for that. Well, you see, yeah, you're getting bonked. Just accept it. Alright, so, anywho, if there's, let's see, is there anyone else who would potentially be interested in being an SMC guest that we may know of? Because I can get in contact with people too. Is this where I get Payne as an SMC guest and he just talks with the bot?
So
That-
true.
Tell him to repair his microphone.
Clearly, we have to have Zen on the podcast and say, so, why do you bully people in SMC and get joy out of it?
I already know what he's gonna say. He's gonna talk about cannibalism again.
Again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he did it like 5 times to me. I don't know why.
I see.
You know, Maybe when Moogie comes around in the future, we could be like, "Hey, Moogie, be a special guest." Moogie has her life stuff going on, and we got Kazu on. Who's that? I don't know who Kazu is. That's like that's the person that still somehow misses, right? Even though they have aim hacks. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it.
You started quitting games because he keeps getting beat up.
So, anyways, to sum it up, anybody who wants to try to apply for tournaments, or rather get in contact with the people that can give out tournament stuff, do it with a grain of salt. The reason I'm saying this so much is just because putting the information out there that it's available kind of makes me liable to a degree if I don't make it clear that there are risks. I don't know what risks there are, and so that's why I just say take it with a grain of salt. It's a very popular thing that's going on in the community right now. That's why it's being brought up, and I'm generally interested in the topic. But just know if you do go after it, I've told you what to be wary of, and honestly, that should still mainly be on you to know what risks you're taking. But I don't really like saying something that could be inherently risky and not telling people that there's a risk. So it's your choice, not mine. If you get in trouble, that's on you. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about?
Let's talk about sleep.
The lore.
Which lore?
Do you want to share the lore you discovered like 2
Oh
weeks ago?
yeah, the lore that I
Yeah.
discovered 20 years ago.
And we haven't had a podcast since.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Let me refresh my mind on the lore because I fell asleep. I'm on the wrong pilot.
I remember when I was playing Counter-Strike, and then suddenly the group GM just starts getting blasted by pings. And I'm like in a clutch situation. It's just Mira talking about lore. I think I lost that clutch. I was like, oh my god.
What the lore does to someone. Okay, this lore thing might be will take a lot of time to explain, show, and everything.
So you're saying we do have to wait until the next 2 weeks?
No, I mean, it depends. How much time do you think you have?
Not much. But you know what?
Ask the viewers, do they want to hear SMC lore?
I want to hear how Mobius was created. Yes, I found I found Mobius' origin.
Rava said yes.
Rava already knows about
everyone
it.
said yes.
I already showed Rava it.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Orca spin.
Okay.
So first part of lore, I made this orca. I made it for a mod. The mod's not done. It's far from complete. This is one of many creatures that I have to make. The orca's not a fish, it's a legendary and sacred animal.
It is me.
Oh, true.
Giant orca spin.
Alright, we're back. The orca has left for now.
Bye bye, orca.
Have you gotten the lore yet?
Yeah, but I don't know how to start.
Start off with Mobius.
No, Mobius is explained by purity, so I have to start off with purity.
Let's start with purity.
I don't know if I can. Can I stream this? Can I? I can.
Stream. Okay. Pull it up.
Okay, basic info.
That's a good stream.
Okay, the basic info is useless.
Let
I
me.
think.
I don't know if I can pull up his stream on stream. Let me see.
Oh, you can pop out that thing.
Oh, I know I can pop it out, but I don't know if it'll properly capture. Let's see.
Oh
this
my
one?
goodness, is that the VTuber gremlin from Origo Island?
Um, this one? Here we go. We are so back.
We can see it now. Okay. Purity. Yeah. This is useless. But this, now this is the stuff.
Alright.
I don't want to read. It's too uncomfortable to read. Please read for me.
Alright.
Stop
Loser!
inviting me.
You have the rare loser invite. Okay. Purity's observation records. Observation subject number 1. This is an intelligent brilliance born in a body fighting for humans. And where she's like, hee hee. I'm looking forward to his growth after experience what it feels like to be protected and betrayed by humans.
First that. For this, this makes me think about Doomlight. Bruh. Okay, back to the lore. I hope, maybe, probably. Okay, why I think this is like Doomlight and the pilot Tarantula is because, well, she's talking about a intelligent brilliance born in a. This makes me think of a human body. So she took because he got seriously injured, she took his consciousness and memories and put it into Doomlight itself, and that's why it's his like this.
Mhm.
And then he will grow more with experiencing how he gets protected and betrayed by humans, because he is now a mech instead of a human.
We've got observation subject number 17. Pure white lambs raised by fanatical worshippers. I wonder what lies beneath or underneath the skin of these fanatical worshippers. Oh well, the self-deception of the incompetent is so pitiful.
That's the only part in Purity's entire information I have no fucking idea about. Like, I have no idea what this means.
Clearly, they're just talking about Michael.
Maybe. But
What
it's pure white lambs. It's many lambs, so I don't know.
Gabe and Michael
I
aren't
wonder if
real.
it's. I wonder if it's referring to the priory of MECHA since they worship mechs.
Yeah. I was going to say that, but I just went with Michael because it's funny.
I guess we will look more into that later. But now comes the part
Yeah,
where
it's probably referring
it's-
to Deacon, though, by the way. Like Rava said, like, first thing that came to mind was just
Yeah.
Deacon, Gabriel, and stuff, because Deacon wears white, and do we know anything about the fit that worshippers wear in Priory of Mecca? Tell them to get off of what game they just played. Tell them to get off Dredge.
I fucking see you over Leon.
But yeah, Rava probably, like, is probably right. If anything, to go by his S+ skin.
Wait, he
So
has a S
true.
plus?
Yeah. Deacon?
Where's Deacon? Oh yeah, right, yes, this one. Look at this.
Do you think the skin portrays anything that's canon?
It portrays him ascending to godhood. Which already exists because of fucking Daphne.
Yo, Mira, listen to those jams.
Yeah.
What an interesting experimental subject. Oh, I forgot. Observation subject number 28. What an interesting experimental subject born out of radical ideas. Although she is not confused about her own beliefs, she does act according to her own will, or... this contradiction is so fascinating. I really want to open her up so I can take a closer look. So true.
This is
Mobers.
This is Mobius, yeah. And like this tragic burnout of radical ideas is something that will be explained in Mobius Advanced Info 3. And like it's also explained here. No, wait here.
You're giving us spoilers?
But first we will look at Mobius. Where's Mobius? There's Mobius. And
That's
like
a
the
Lucia.
other... It's a Lucia! What the fuck? And like... what are those? Oh, that's the other thing, and this is the other thing I will talk about later. But like, this is an entire information dump.
Oh my god.
But like, the first part doesn't really matter. From here it matters, I think.
Now, by uploading consciousness to an artificial neural network, we can intricately link non-biological intelligence and biological intelligence so that they exist forever in the form of data, which will free us from worries about physical aging and erosion of intelligence.
That's what purity is about.
Yeah! Maybe some people are afraid of abandoning their bodies right now, but when we look back at evolutionary history, we'll find that a strong body was never something selected by evolution. When our ancestors moved from the sea to the land, changing from crawling to standing, they abandoned the fur they used to repel the cold, their strong limbs and their sharp claws, to gain higher intelligence and the capacity for advanced thinking. The reason we are more advanced than animals today is not because we have stronger bodies than animals, but because our intelligence far exceeds them. Evolution is cruel, and we are the product of evolution. Though it is more precise to say we have emerged as winners in evolution. But if we cannot maintain this advantage, we will face extermination one day when evolution has abandoned us. We must push the limits of our physical bodies and closely integrate our biological intelligence with non-biological intelligence to greatly expand human intelligence. This will be the next step in our evolution and is our current destiny. Excerpt from Humans, Non-Biological Intelligence, and Evolutionary Pathways by Albert Mobius.
This I think is the radical idea Purity is talking about. And like, that's what he then pretty much did, I think, to his daughter. Which then...
Old diagnosis report,
like...
subject, gender, occupation, supervising physician, condition. Within 7 weeks of trying link therapy, Sample E's energy core and body structure has recovered well. The sample is now able to stay awake for 7 hours, up from 30 minutes at the very beginning. Mental fluctuations have gradually stabilized, and the desire to communicate has been observed. It can be judged that link therapy has achieved initial results in the treatment of Sample E. The dosage of will be increased, and some necrotic tissue will be replaced with The resilience and will be shown by Sample E is really fascinating. Life is such a wonderful thing. Life has unlimited potential. Through the injection of enough to establish the link between the brain and the network, human intelligence will be fused with an internal body. Whether humans can break free from the shackles of the flesh will depend on the results of the experiments of
Like, I think that's like him, like Albert Mobius, doing his radical idea to someone. It could be his daughter, it could be also someone else. And like,
what's with people being named Albert being like the smartest people on the planet?
I don't know. Let me look at this.
Theory of mechativity.
I think this comes later because that's like Mobius talking to herself. So let's back to Mobius.
I thought you were gonna say back to period, and I was gonna be like, huh?
Huh? What is this? Oh, this is also Mobius. No, this is something completely different. But let's read this. Like
Encrypted communication. Wait, whoa, you want to read this one?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll read it for you. Don't worry, I got you. I'll read it for you. Don't worry.
I'm choking over here.
I'm gonna call the ambulance. All right. Encrypted communication. Enforcer Mobius has connected. Time 12, 24, 23. Whoa! That's like a totally real date. 23:59.
isn't that on Christmas? It's on the last minute on Christmas.
It's like the minute before Christmas actually happens. It's like Christmas Eve. Or last second,
Yeah.
I mean. Address Sabbath Hall, San Franco's Hotel. Entering instructions. Instructions have been entered. Loading house cleaning command and preparing to execute the command at the location. Meow. Reporting in. The rats have been eliminated, but the bugs are still on the run. Requesting permission to activate the tracking program. Tracking program activated. Locating bugs. Coordinates have been updated. Executing cleaning command. I was so tempted to like imitate Mobius being like requesting permission to eliminate. It's just like so awkward. House cleaning has been completed. Calling a cleaning vehicle to remove the garbage that was generated. Cleaning completed. Ready to return for charging. There's Bluetooth confirmed.
This is pretty much Mobius killing people, but like it's interesting because they use terms like rats and bugs, and like it's telling Mobius that it's cleaning a house instead of actually murdering people.
Was it not cleaning
But, like-
the house?
No, it was murdering someone.
Seems like cleaning
And
to me.
It seems like murdering someone to me. And like, what is this? Okay, wait. Let me look. Let me look. What next? No. Okay, I think this one is more interesting. So we'll first go to here. Why I think it's said like this is because of this.
Alright, Wowie, are you still choking to death? Yeah, alright, you're still choking to death. I got you. Yeah, murder on Christmas? Wait, Wowie, but Christmas is a day celebrated for Jeebus, not Silver Deacon. Their Christmas could be, like, April 3rd. Initiated the cleaning program. Please read the test phrases. Evolution. Evolution. Why is the world like this? Evolution. Evolution. Why can't it stop? Evolution. Evolution. I tell you what it's like to have your fingers in a
That's not part of the
Evolution.
script.
What does it feel like to be touched by your mother? Evolution. So I gotta read this as plain as possible so it's Mobius accurate. Have tears ever fallen from your eyes? Evolution. Evolution. Do you ever dream that your heart is beating? Evolution. Evolution. Humans must evolve. Humans must evolve. Cleaning completed. Welcome back, Enforcer Mobius.
What I think here is happening here, it's like what Albert did to Mobius is like put consciousness of someone into artificial intelligence, and so this is like Mobius' human side talking to her, like having these thoughts, and like Albert is then cleaning everything out of her memory to make her more like the killing machine she's supposed to be.
You don't want to
Which
evolve, you want to return to monkey?
What the hell?
Return to monkey. But yeah, I think it's like it's like questioning morality, and then slowly over time just getting brainwashed into knowing that it's just evolution.
Yeah, like that is like Mobius' human side, I think, like talking to herself, which is pretty much this confirms it for me.
Encrypted research record. All right. Well, are you still choking to death?
No,
You want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I can.
All right.
If I was a sentient artificial intelligence
Hey,
with
you forgot the
emotions,
beginning.
encrypted
Okay.
research record. Project 33rd.
Hey, you
data
forgot to
entry.
mention the block.
Block project. 33rd data entry.
It's with Sharpie. It's censored with Sharpie.
Block censored with Sharpie project. 33rd data entry.
All right, you're good to go.
If I was a sentient artificial intelligence with emotions, I might think that humans are very precious and unique, as they can feel all kinds of emotions, experience all kinds of feelings and emotions, and create things or change the world with their own ability. Block censored with Sharpie project, 121st data entry. An interesting theory has taught me a certain perspective held by human society. If an object is gradually replaced until it eventually becomes a completely different object, then the object is no longer the original object. However, the human body is a complex life system. Although
I'll be right
replacing
back.
organs will change the human body, the individual's thoughts, memory, and personality will not change. Therefore, I think that humans are still their original self, even if they replace their organs due to illness. Block censored with Sharpie project. I found a 331st data entry. Every human's physical feelings and experiences are closely related to their body and life experiences, which limits mutual understanding and sympathy for others. However, if people were to translate their consciousness and intelligence into a digital form that can be communicated and shared via the internet, it may be easier for people to understand others' experiences and feelings.
Good luck with the number.
You know the deal project. Extremely large number data entry. Is a human because of their physical body or their consciousness and intelligence? If they are humans because of their consciousness and intelligence, then what makes them different? What makes me different from them?
And after looking at everything together, I'm 99% sure this is Mobius talking to herself. And like, if you go back to Mobius, this is Albert trying to make her go away from what she is saying here. Like, Mobius sees that she is pretty much a human, but Albert doesn't want it. So he keeps deleting the human side of her.
I can see that.
And I think that's why Purity has nothing about herself. Nothing explains herself. It all explains Mobius. There's too many connections for me not to think that. This is pretty much the radical idea of Albert. This is Albert making Mobius. That's why she's saying this. Because Purity didn't do this, this was Albert. And she sees Mobius and wants to take a closer look, but she can't. And this is Mobius talking to herself about her being human. That's why she also said like this. She probably got seriously injured or had a illness, and that's why she became what she is now. and says that humans are still their original self even if they replace their organs due to illness. I think that's what happened to her. And then she came to the conclusion she is a human. But if you go back
Makes
here,
sense.
it's like Albert maybe wants to take revenge on people that maybe didn't help Mobius to treat the illness. Maybe. That's why he wants them to be. Well, like, makes her think it's house cleaning, but in reality it's murder. And like here, she knows she is a human. Like she questions, like a human side questions all these things, but the evolution, but like Albert deletes them with the purpose of evolution to her, so she evolves more. And like why it's deleted is because he wants the humans to evolve, and she thinks the same then. And that's why welcome back in for some Mobius. So she's back to enforcing stuff, which she in that form wasn't capable of doing. So I think everything in Purity is explaining how the origin of Mobius, how she acts, how she thinks, and everything in here is then Albert's look on Mobius, forcing her to be a killer by the disguise of it being house cleaning instead of actually murder.
Mhm.
That's like what I found when I took closer look on both. Because this didn't make any sense to me. Like, why is it not explaining Purity? Rather, it's explaining
Yeah.
someone else. Like, this might be Doomlight. This, you guys said it might be like the Purity of Mech. And like, this is Mobius, this is Mobius, this is Mobius, and then everything in Mobius. Like, both these fit together. What the fuck is my cat doing? He's trying to attack me, but he keeps rolling around. Let me go.
Alright, what did I miss?
The cat is on a mission. It's gonna clean the mirror.
So
Don't
true.
clean me.
I might have to wrap up streaming a little bit here.
Okay, we're pretty much done.
Okay.
One thing I wanna mention is that the project in Purity's third data thing is short. Do you think it could be the Eden project?
It could, but like it's clearly like Mobius talking to herself. It's like her questioning what she is, how different she is from humans, what humans are, and came to the conclusion she's pretty much a human. And like, yeah, that's why in the Mobius file, it's Albert deleting it, because he doesn't want Mobius to be like that. But it could be like the Eden project. But that's why she also says the radical idea. That's Mobius is the radical idea being born, like came to life. So I wasn't far off with my original theory about Mobius.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, well. Is that it, or
That's pretty much it, yeah. That's like that's all I was able to find, the origin of Mobius.
we'll get more lore tomorrow?
The Kikino release, or wait, no, we have Kikino.
Yeah.
Do we know what profiles info we get from her?
I have nothing.
I'm sure we could contact some SMC nerd to get all the profiles.
Genji has the Kikina stuff, Rava has everything else. And I think Eivor also has everything else.
Yeah.
So Kikina we can just ask Genji.
Alrighty, well. Thanks for stopping by the stream, every gamer. Let's see if there's anyone I can raid. There's the Frank person that I raided before. You remember that person?
Yeah.
One day.
I could either raid them or Kato.
Cardo's playing Genshin.
Genshin.
I guess that's our answer. Rating Frank. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. We'll be having another one in 2 weeks from now, maybe with another special guest. Or well, yeah, 2 weeks from now. And so yeah, I hope to see you there. Hopefully the stream will start around this time again. And yeah, so thanks for watching, gamers. Do you any of you have some closing words you want to say to the stream?
See you in 2 weeks.
Add Freddy to defend the universe.
Okay, goodbye, stream. Goodbye.